A very good afternoon to one and all. On behalf of St. John Institute of Pharmacy and Research, I, Kajal Singh, a Masters of Pharmacy student in Quality Assurance, would like to welcome you to our 26th session of SCIENTIA. Before commencing the session, let's have a small video of our college campus. Let's begin with the another session for the day on the topic chocolate as nutraceutical product. We have with us an eminent speaker, Ms. Swapnali Shinde ma'am. Ms. Swapnali Shinde has been working as an assistant professor in Department of Pharmaceutics in SJIPR since 2019. She has 4 years of academic experience. Her area of interest are pharmaceutics, nutraceuticals, and cosmetology. She is a life member of Indian Pharmaceutical Association and registered pharmacist with the Pharmacy State Pharmacy Council, Maharashtra State Pharmacy Council. With this brief introduction, I now request ma'am to please take over the session.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Kajal, for the brief introduction of mine. So let's start with the session, chocolate as nutraceutical product. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, now here you can see the topic is chocolate as nutraceutical product. So first I'll cover different classifications of nutraceutical products. Then we'll focus on the chocolate part, different types of chocolate and evaluation parameters. Now see the definition of nutraceutical. So nutraceutical is any food or part of the food which will provide health benefits, which will include prevention of disease also. So any substance which has some physiological benefits or which will provide protection against some disease, or also it will improve health. Also it will increase the life expectancy, or we can say it will support the structure and functions of the body. So such substances we can consider as nutraceutical products. Here you can see the difference, nutraceutical and pharmaceutical difference. So here you have pharmaceuticals, which are nothing but the treatment of drugs that you can use in the treatment of disease. And nutraceutical, we can say the nutrients that may prevent disease. So nutraceutical, it has advantages over the pharmaceuticals as there are less side effects, or it is for the long-term application, and it has naturally dietary supplements. So in this case, we can consider, like, always prevention is better than cure. So in this case, you have some new opportunities in the field of nutraceutical. Now we'll see the classification part, classification of nutraceuticals. Now here you can see two classes are there, potential nutraceuticals and established nutraceuticals. The difference between potential nutraceuticals and established nutraceuticals, we can say here potential nutraceuticals are there. This is nothing but the potential one, it will hold a promise of health or the medical benefits. And it will become established one only after there are some sufficient clinical data is available, or that clinical data you have to prove it or you have to demonstrate it. In that condition, that will become your established one. So previously you have potential and that can become established one. So these two important classes are there of the nutraceuticals. Apart from this, you have so many other types or classes based on different factors. For example, based on their nomenclature, you have four classes, that is dietary supplements are there, functional foods or medical food, and pharmaceuticals. Apart from this, you have based on the food sources, that is nothing but your plants, animals, and microbes. Based on ingredients, you have minerals or you have fibers, different phytochemicals, antioxidants, or you have prebiotics and probiotics. So all these are based on the ingredients. And based on the chemicals nature, we have flavonoids are there, or tannins, carotenoids, or you have sterols. So all these are the classification, or we can say types of nutraceuticals. Now here we'll see few of them. You can see here, first one is the dietary supplements. Now the dietary supplements, it is product that contain nutrient derived from the food products that are concentrated in liquid or capsule form. So here you have some herbal extracts, or for example, we'll take some vitamins are there, amino acids are there. So that you have to incorporate in some tablet form, capsule form, or the soft gels, or either you have some liquids or you have some powders. So these are nothing but your dietary supplements. Then you have functional foods. Functional foods, here you can see it is ordinary food that has components or ingredients added to it so that there will be some physiological benefit other than the nutritional effect. So means what? You have ordinary food which is supplying some nutrients, plus they have some components which can prevent particular disease. So you have nutritional benefit also, other disease also. That these are functional foods. Then you have medical food. Medical food, for the functional food, we can take examples like you have suppose oats are there. So in that you have fibers, which is important for the digestion purpose. Or you have nuts, in that you have essential oil. Or you have carrots. Carrots may you have beta carotene, or you have ascorbic acid. You have tocopherol. So we can say it is vitaminized food. Or if you have any brown rice, again it is important for the alimentary system. So you have such kind of functional food, means it has some nutritional values also, plus you have some component in that functional food which you can use it for the prevention of disease. Then you have fourth one, that is the pharmaceuticals. Now in case of pharmaceuticals, you can see pharmaceuticals is melding of the words farm and the pharmaceuticals. So here you have modified agricultural crops or the animals, or we can focus on the genetically engineered crops or the animals. For example, you have say suppose potato is there. So because it is genetically modified, so there is enhancement of the vitamin A and vitamin E. Or you have golden rice. So in that also, because beta carotene is there, so you can use it for the vitamin A deficiency. Same for the corn and the soya also. So like this, you have number of examples of the genetically modified or genetically engineered crops that you can use it under the nutraceutical. Then you have medical food. Medical food, the FDA consider medical food to be formulated to be consumed or administered internally under the supervision of physician. So here also you have few examples, like you have fortified foods are there, or enriched foods are there, or you have omega-3. So such kind of food you can take under supervision of the physician. Here you can see the example, you have Pediasure example. So that is nothing but the medical food. So like this, you have so many classes of the nutraceuticals. Apart from this, you have foods with reported medicinal values. Now here you can see different examples of food with their medicinal values. For example, say suppose antioxidants are there. In that you have your tea, or you have dark chocolate, or you have grapes. So all these all this will show antioxidant activity. Or for cancer prevention, you have broccoli. For arterial health, you have soya. Or you have flax seeds, which are for the which will lower the risk of the cardiovascular disease. So number of examples are there under the nutraceutical products. Here you can see, apart from this, whatever nutraceutical products are there, they will cover different areas. You can see here you have sleeping disorders, or if there is digestion problem, for the cancer prevention, or for the blood pressure, cholesterol, for cholesterol purpose, or for the diabetes, or for the anti-arthritic activity. You can use different nutraceutical products. So under all classes, you have several examples of the nutraceuticals or nutraceutical products that you can use it for this purpose. Now here you can see you have pharma companies and food companies. So all these companies, they face different challenges. So they have new opportunities in the nutraceutical field. For here you can see the relevance of the nutraceuticals for pharma and the food companies. So here it is new sector with the lower R&D cost, or simply you can see most purchases are there for the consumers, and also less regulatory requirements are there. So you can stick to this nutraceutical field, so that whatever challenges are there, that you can overcome, and that will be profit for the pharma and the food companies. Now here you can see, you must have heard about different marketed preparations which are under nutraceutical field. So you have different brand names, their components and the function. You can see few, that is betadine is there for the immune function. You have Zangold for the eyes. You have lipoic for the as an antioxidant. You have soya life. You have general. So basically, so many marketed preparations are already available. Few more examples you can see here. Emax is there, Clarinol is there, Limum Life is there. So most of the marketed preparations are available for the cholesterol purpose, for diabetes purpose, because they have some antioxidant activity, some anti-inflammatory activity, for weight loss purpose, or if you want to reduce cholesterol, for the cardiovascular disorders. For so many, you have different marketed preparations which are available. Now we'll focus on the chocolate ka part. So here, basically, we can say chocolate, it is also one nutraceutical product only. So this chocolate is made from roasted and ground cacao seeds, and which is available in solid form, liquid, or the paste form also. Here you can see it is derived from one name, or we can say generic name, that is nothing but the Theobroma cacao. So uska meaning is simple, food of the gods. So here you have several ingredients. In that, important ingredient is your cocoa. Now, apart from this, you have chocolate liquor, or you have cocoa butter, you have sugar, or you can use any other sweeteners, and you have lecithin. So first, you have, suppose, chocolate liquor. Now you have cocoa beans with their shells. So you have to remove that shells, and then fermentation process is there, roasting process, and then grounding. So finally, you will get liquefied chocolate. So that is nothing but your chocolate liquor. Apart from this, you have cocoa butter. Cocoa butter, it is one kind of fat which is present in the cocoa beans. So you have to separate that cocoa butter. Then you have sugar or any other sweetening agent also you can use, because this is chocolate. And you have lecithin. Lecithin, we can use it as an emulsifier, because you have fat, that is cocoa butter, and you have your liquor, chocolate liquor. So emulsifier, it will mix that butter as well as your liquor properly. Apart from this, these are the basic ingredients. Apart from this, you can add different flavoring agents also, or you have milk chocolates are also available. You can add different fruits and nuts also. This is basic about the chocolates. Now we'll see the process. Here you can see Theobroma cacao tree. This is the Theobroma cacao tree. You can see an open cacao pod with the pulp, beans, and the nib. This is the transfer section, we can say. Here you have beans. In that beans, you can see the outer shell, and the center part is the nib. So we have to separate this shells and the nib portion. And this is the process. You can see here, you have cocoa beans that you have to pick it from that tree, ferment it for the 5 to 7 days. And that fermented beans, you have to dry it for the 1 to 2 weeks, or we can say approx 15 days. After drying, again, you whatever that fermented beans are there, or dried beans are there, that you have to roast it at 110 to 140 degrees Celsius for 45 to 60 minutes. That is the time period given for roasting. Then that roasted beans, you can press it to make cocoa butter and cocoa powder. Further process we'll see. Means here, the first step is the fermentation part, drying part, cleaning and roasting part, and then you will get the cocoa beans along with their shells. So you have to break it, and there will be winnowing process. So you have to remove the shells. So you can obtain that nib ka part. Then there will be milling, or we can say the grinding of that nib, and that you can use it for the cocoa manufacturing, or we can say for chocolate liquor production. So because of grinding, there will be chocolate liquor formation. You have to check the consistency of that liquor. And then further, you can see here, either there will be cocoa manufacturing or the chocolate manufacturing. So first we'll see the cocoa manufacturing. By alkalization process, and further there will be fat pressing. So fat pressing means here we have to separate the cocoa butter from that entire liquor. So one, you will get the cocoa butter. Second one is the press cake. So that press cake, you have to use it for the cocoa powder production. So by breaking, by grinding, and by sifting, you can do the analysis, and then further you can prepare the cocoa powder. And here, this cocoa powder and cocoa butter, you have to use it for the chocolate manufacturing. So basically, In this case, in the second part, you can see in the chocolate manufacturing, here whatever ingredients are present, like you have your sugar or other sweetening agents are there, flavoring agents are there, or if you are preparing milk chocolate, in that case you have milk or the cocoa butter. So cocoa butter you got from this point, so that you can add in the chocolate. Further, there will be mixing, refining, and then the conching and the tempering. Conching, we can means we can say it is process which will distribute your cocoa butter within that chocolate, or we can say within that entire ingredients, or we can say simply it is intense mixing, that is nothing but the conching. And further, after mixing, you have tempering part. Tempering, the technique which is used to stabilize the ingredients by heating and cooling them. So here you have to maintain the temperature. And then further, either there will be molding or the enveloping. Now molding means you will get plain or milk chocolate, or we can say only you have to transfer that mixture in the molds. And enrobing means if you want to coat it, so at that time you can coat that particular chocolate product. So this is the process, or we can say the flow chart for the preparation of chocolate. Then you have different types of chocolate. So first one is the sweet chocolate. So sweet chocolate, in this we can see the concentration. So it cannot contain less than 15% chocolate liquor. So that chocolate liquor is the basic ingredient of this sweet chocolate. So here you can add the sweetening agent, or simply we can say the sugar. Second, you have dark bittersweet chocolate. So dark chocolate, so in that the concentration of your chocolate liquor is more, or we can say the cocoa powder is more, but it is cannot be more than 35%, or we can say up to 35% you can add the chocolate liquor or the cocoa powder. That then you have semi-sweet chocolate. Semi-sweet chocolate, it is similar to your dark chocolate only, but here we can reduce the concentration of the sugar, as well as you have to maintain the concentration of your chocolate liquor as well as the sweetening agent that you are using. Then you have fourth type of chocolate, that is the milk chocolate. Now milk chocolate here means here you have to use and the sugar, which is differ from the bittersweet as well as the semi-sweet chocolate. So the name itself says in this chocolate you have to use milk. Again, the milk and the chocolate liquor ka concentration is given. So it cannot contain less than 12% milk and cannot contain less than 10% chocolate liquor. So you will get proper consistency. Then you have white chocolate. Actually, the white chocolates, these are not real one, because in that the main ingredient, that is your chocolate liquor, or we can say cocoa powder, is not there. So here, white chocolate, it is simply made up of the cocoa butter, milk, and the sugar. Milk is also optional. Again, this is the same picture for types of chocolate. Now the important part, that is the physiologically active components which are present in the chocolate. So here you have flavonoids are present, stearic acid is present, methyl xanthines, and magnesium. Now first we'll see the flavonoids. So these flavonoids, we can say these are nothing but the antioxidants. Flavonols are present in the chocolate, so which are important for the lowering blood pressure, which will improve the blood flow to the brain and to the heart. So this flavonols, it has antioxidant activity also, sometimes anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer also. So these flavonoids are already present in that chocolate. Second, you have stearic acid. Approx 33% stearic acid is present in the chocolate. This stearic acid is important because this does not raise the LDL cholesterol. So the low density lipoproteins which are there, so basically it will lower that cholesterol level, which is nothing but the bad cholesterols. So that's why again it is helpful. Then you have methyl xanthines. Now methyl xanthines, you have two examples, caffeine and theobromine. These are the two methyl xanthines which are present in the chocolate. So whatever these methyl xanthines are present, they will relax the smooth muscles. So this is also important for the lungs. Means we can see the smooth muscles relaxant, including your bronchi or the other portion. So basically, it will cover the lung part. So it is again beneficial for the or helpful for the, we can say, lung disease. Then you have magnesium. Suppose you have a dark chocolate of 100 gram. So in that approx 145 to 146 milligram magnesium is present. So that magnesium, it is beneficial for the gut as well as for the heart disease. So many components are there, physiologically active components are there, which are already present in the chocolate, which are beneficial for your health. Apart from this, you have other health benefits of the chocolates. Because this chocolate, it is one nutraceutical product, or you have, this is one functional food. So basically, you can use it for the cancer prevention, for cognitive function, also to lower the blood pressure, for the diabetes, or because it is one antioxidant, that is also one health benefit of the chocolate. Also, it will improve the endothelial function, and it is again helpful for the cardiovascular disorders. It will lower the cholesterol, and it will prevent the memory loss, or we can say memory decline. So basically, you can use this chocolate or the medicated chocolate so that you have all these benefits, or it will show all these activities. Now we'll see the evaluation parameter, or we can say if you have plain chocolate, you know the benefits of that plain chocolate. Here you can add some, we can say, drug, either synthetic or herbal drug in that chocolate. So you will get medicated chocolate. So evaluation parameter, once you will formulate something, so at that time you have to evaluate it. So first, suppose you have any chocolate base, evaluation of your plain chocolate base. So because you're preparing that chocolate liquor, so in this case, you have to measure the viscosity. So viscosity determination of chocolate base, that is one evaluation parameter. So you can use the Brookfield viscometer, and you have to measure the viscosity. So you can take the sample, or we can say the chocolate base, that you have to heat it at 50 degree before the measurements. And by using that spindle, you can check the viscosity by using the Brookfield viscometer. That is for the chocolate base. Apart from this, if you have prepared any medicated chocolate, so here you have few parameters. You can see general appearance is there, dimension you can measure, moisture content, then blooming test, drug excipient interaction study you can do, physical observation, drug content and drug release, stability studies, again viscosity determination, and the hardness. So basically, whatever these evaluation parameters are there, say suppose first one is the general appearance, or we can call it as sensory evaluation. Now, general appearance, that is important for the consumer acceptance. So basically, or we can say for compliance purpose. Also, you can check the uniformity. If you have prepared different batches, so uniformity in that batches, that you can also observe by the general appearance. So here, sensory evaluation you can do. You have panel of volunteers. So you can select that panel, and then you can check the color of that batch, or we can say whatever chocolate you have prepared, odor, taste, and the texture of that chocolate. So simple general appearance or whatever sensory evaluation part is there. Simply you are taking feedback from the volunteers, whatever chocolate you have prepared. So that is called as the general appearance. Second, you have dimension part. Now by using vernier caliper, you can measure the dimensions of the chocolate. You have moisture content also, moisture content determination. So here, to determine moisture, you can use the digital Carl Fisher model also, or simply you can use your desiccator. By using that also, you can find the moisture content of that formulation, or we can say here the chocolate. Blooming test, this is very important. Blooming test may you have two types, fat bloom and the sugar bloom. Fat bloom is nothing but you will get thin layer of the fat crystals on the surface of that chocolate, and this is because there is recrystallization of that fats. That's why you will get that layer. In case of fat bloom, because you have added your cocoa butter and your chocolate liquor, or we can say cocoa powder. So if there is fat blooming, you can see the separate layer, white or yellowish layer of the fat, and the brownish color of that cocoa powder. So in that case, you can see the recrystallized, or we can say crystal formation on the chocolate surface. That is called as the fat bloom. And you have sugar bloom. Sugar bloom, it is because of the condensation. So that's why we are determining the moisture also. So whatever moisture is there, this will dissolve the sugar uh, in which is present in your chocolate, and because of that there will be sugar bloom. So here also sometime you can see the sugar crystals on the surface of that chocolate. That is nothing but the blooming test. Then you have drug excipient interaction study. So here you can do DSC, that is nothing but the differential scanning calorimeter, or here you can do the FTIR study. So here whatever ingredients you have used, that is your cocoa powder is there, milk powder is there, or you have stevia, or you have other sweeteners, sugar, or you have, say suppose, lecithin is there. So you have to check the compatibility of your drug with this excipients, or excipient compatibility also. So in this case, you have your medicated drug, or we can say any drug, synthetic or herbal, that should be compatible with the other excipients that you are adding in the chocolate. So for that purpose, here you have to do this study. Then simple physical observation is there, and then drug content and drug release. Drug content you can determine by using UV spectrophotometer. You can do the solubility study and in vitro drug release. So that for that purpose, you can use the dissolution apparatus. Then you have stability study. Like for all formulations, you have some kind of shelf life. So in this case also, you have to check the stability. Either accelerated one you can do for this chocolate formulation. Then also you have to check the viscosity. Now already you have checked viscosity for your base, chocolate base, because you have to use that liquor. So same way, when you will mix everything for the preparation of that chocolate, at that time also you can check the viscosity. Means first during the manufacturing process, that is of that chocolate base or the chocolate liquor, and then you have all the ingredients along with your chocolate liquor, or you have your butter. So for that also you have to check the viscosity. Then the hardness. So hardness, it will, this is test, it will test the strength. So basically here you can use the penetrometer measurements or simply your hardness tester, and you can check the hardness or strength of your chocolate. Apart from this, other evaluation parameters are also there. So simply you can check the formulation, the chocolate formulation you have prepared by using all the ingredients, and then evaluation parameters, and further you can add the herbal drug or any other synthetic drug. So this is about the chocolate preparation, which is nothing but the one nutraceutical product. So the conclusion is, here you have nutraceutical products. So it is new opportunity. Here only you have to concentrate on the, we can say, the concentration of your drug, or concentration or the chemical components, or the other ingredients which are present or which are helpful, or we can say simply for the health benefit purpose. So that is nutraceutical products. So you can manipulate that ordinary food only. You can see the concentration of that active ingredients that you can increase, and that you can use it for the treatment purpose, or we can say for prevention of disease purpose. And here the chocolate, which will provide a smooth and creamy texture to the formulation, which is also excellent for the test masking. So here you can focus on the patient compliance part, and then you can prepare the chocolate formulation, which will provide a palatable means for delivering medicament through the oral drug delivery system. So that's it about my session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now the session is open for questions.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Kaji.
Actually, I have a doubt. If we use such a medicament, which can use for the treatments like inflammation. So it would be beneficial if we use for the going for the preparation of chocolate for it.
Yes, but again, the treatment it will take longer time. That is only the thing. Otherwise, you can prepare.
Mean how much time it will take for the treatment?
See, if it is anti-inflammatory, so again, we can say if we compare synthetic and the or herbal, in that case, always the herbal thing it will take time. So approx we can say 1 month or 15 to 20 days.
Okay, so means it will increase the absorption, but it would delay the time period for the treatment.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to take this privilege to propose a vote of thanks to our eminent speaker, Ms. Swapnali Shinde, for her informative session on chocolate as a nutraceutical product. Ma'am has focused on definition, classification, therapeutic area covered, and new opportunities in nutraceuticals, about Theobroma cocoa and how chocolate can be made as a nutraceuticals, type of chocolate, physiological action, component in it, health benefit, and evolution of medicated chocolate. Our sincere thanks to Mr. Albert D'Souza, sir, for his encouragement, and thanks to all the other dignitaries of the management. A special thanks to our principal, Dr. Savita Tauro ma'am, for her immense support. I would also like to thank the coordinator for their guidance. Thank you for being there with us. Feedback link will be provided in your respective WhatsApp group. Kindly fill it. That will help us to improve our program. Have a great day.